Greetings, it's your buddy, your pal, your friend, your teacher, your guide, ABW. Let's all read together, boys and girls. Black women are attracted to men with high testosterone. If you sit in an office all day or don't move around and you find yourself struggling with black women, that's why. Inactivity lowers testosterone. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. First off, just from commentary, what are your thoughts? Reading the comments like I tend to do, because I am a comment lurker. This man is getting attacked. Comments like, as a man, stop commenting about what women want. Right on. This dude says, damn, a nigga can't sit on his couch and watch ESPN. Come on, brother. You know. And people really take these posts. People take podcasts. It's the season of people are really into podcasts now. I've been, I'm a nerd, so I've been into podcasts before they were popular, before the video component came to it also as well. But anyway, now more than ever, people are putting out opinions and people are attacking opinions. And I don't, for one, don't understand. I will never understand the phenomenon. So but I appreciate it because it's good entertainment for one thing, and it's good fodder for conversation for someone like uh, like myself, probably like yourself, someone who's metacognitive, meaning you're above and away from general conversation, just general bullshit. But with with wisdom, one can extract um, valuable insight from the uh, the conversation of the general consensus of conversation and opinions. It's insightful. Um, this dude got attacked because of his opinion, and I'm always one to try to understand where his views are coming from, and I understand he's not all the way wrong. Okay, because women are attracted to men with high testosterone. Sitting in an office can be conducive to lowering your testosterone, changing your behaviors, shaping your behaviors, um, really absorbing a different type of energy, absorbing energy of others, absorbing the energy of the just the nature of whatever your job is when you're inside, as opposed to maybe a blue collar job or someone who's an entrepreneur, able to be flexible and be on the move. Um, so if you're someone who works in an office job, I've worked an office job, well, somewhat. Goddamn, what they call it, call center. Call centers is where the freaks is at too. So if you, especially, but for that's, I really think that's a young man's game. That's a young man's game. A young man, if you're a young man, and especially for me, I foregoed college at the time. So getting in with the call center, it gave me a false sense of success because I was making good money, goddamn, making sales, sitting in an office, but it was an open office. It was an open space, So not so much an office, but you inside all day. But every chance I got, I went outside because why would I not? And I really just think it comes down to individual behaviors. You can be an office you can be an office nigga and still be fly, still have motion. And if you look back at my library, I made a video way back early called "Being a Man in Motion." That was before the it became popular. That popular phrase, "You got motion." That was before that. I said you have to be a man in motion. And what I meant by that is the behaviors, the energy that becomes that motion creates a ball of energy that attracts, that creates opportunities. Um, because you don't know what's on your radar screen, so I'm always a believer of getting outside, especially when I'm hitting. Because I do spend, cause as a creative, a lot of us, especially a lot of young dudes, are creatives. So they will spend a lot of time indoors. A lot of people done kind of work from home now. That can lower your testosterone and change your behaviors is what it really boils down to. That aren't change your behaviors in ways that aren't conducive to attracting, or even conducive to creating the opportunities. You're sitting at home and trying to create opportunities on your phone. Now get outside, uh, create inside when you can, and then relax and go outside. Go for walks. Go for bike rides. Go outside and look at deals. Look at property. Even if you ain't gonna buy the shit, go look at it. Um, Go pass out business cards. Go hit up, get fresh and go. Man, look, get fresh and go on and have a product. Find you a product to sell. Sell your boy's product. If your boy got a business, go out there and go hit the pavement for your boy and collect a fee, or just do it for off the strength of you doing you working in favor. You walking in favor. You creating favor. You doing favor. Um, that's going to attract women. Um, it should be. There's plenty buff office niggas though. Just because you work in an office, I would imagine it should be a given that you're gonna go outside, that you're gonna get in the gym after yeah. If you work an office job, um, um, depending on and this is for being that I've had so many experiences, employed, unemployed, self-employed, business owner, investor, hustler, just you know getting it however you getting it. I've experienced it all, and so I have never would cast any shame on a regular working man. There's nothing regular. You're only regular if you choose to be regular. You can be. I know because I know from personal experience. You can be a fly and very opportunistic, entrepreneurial spirited employee, 9 to 5. I know because I've been it. Um, Me myself, I don't know any other way. It's never been me to get on a job and just neglect whatever purpose I had for myself. Look at your job as your investor and do the best job that you can for your job. with the ultimate goal in sight for your own purpose. You never know. You could create the opportunity with your work for your employer to become a partner somehow. And at the end of the day, it's about the mindset of your employer is your investor, your first investor. That should never leave your thoughts. So why am I saying all that? I know it just yeah. When you read, I'm as amused and entertained by these these viral memes or these viral posts that people make. But it's incumbent on a man of aptitude, charm, and knowledge, to not get bogged down into the idiosyncrasies and the pure shallowness of the conversations. These conversations. It should make you look deeper, gain more clarity for, and reinforce just what your purpose is, understanding. So I can read this and understand what it really saying, and he's not wrong. But I said this years ago: be a man in motion. Hood Negroes, athletes, blue collar men, entrepreneurs are all physically moving on a daily basis, and that's why. Because it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. He's not wrong. Again, there's underlying principles and behaviors behind archetypes, characters. Okay? Some understand what they're doing, some understand principles subconsciously and just naturally. Some people have that. Some of this has to be learned behavior. Either way, whether you're gifted or whether you're granted through the work, you have to keep learning. You have to keep moving. In any type of elevated mindset, it's a given. It's see, it's a given that your body, you take care of your body. I train like a Olympic athlete. Well, I won't go that far, but I train like an athlete. What does that mean? Athletes, they go through intense periods of strain, of physical suffering, right? At varying levels. And then they have periods of deep rest. Athletes get what? Now some athletes push themselves year round, but especially, but again, I said Olympic athletes for a reason, because throughout their 4 years interim between the Olympics, they have events. They may have events depending on their sport, but while they're not procrastinating, they have 4 years. They have a, a destined time, a set time. They have incremental goals that will lead up to that time. and therefore they have, again, like any athlete, intense spurts and pushes, and then they have deep rest. Deep rest. You can apply that on a daily basis. You can apply that on a weekly basis. You can apply that on a quarterly basis. But that's the pattern. You overload and you stack your work. You go super hard at the top of the year, at the top of the quarter, the top of the week, beginning of your day. And then you have to rest. You have to cut your mind off. But you have to have intention behind that rest as well. You have to. Why am I saying this? Well, look, I'm not gonna go too deep. I can get too deep. I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep for you, okay? But I find it interesting that some of the coldest individuals. When I say cold, I mean like just and very impressive. They shirk. They are the opposite of that hustle and grind mentality. They really take pleasure and prioritize their leisure and their rest. And there's a mindset behind that. There's an anti-anxiety in effect with that. There is a detachment in effect. You working with the spirit. You being led by the spirit. And hood niggas especially have that spirit. I'd have to say the most the most impressive hood niggas I know. There's a man. There's a trusting that they have. It's almost it is it's very spiritual. I know that sounds crazy if you don't understand. I'm serious though. Uh, some hood niggas really got some of the most faithful spirits in whatever they believe in. They believe in their ability. They believe in themselves. Uh, and it's just it's underlying spirits and behaviors behind street underworld individuals, people who can thrive in that world. Athletes, um, see, athletes. That's kind of a tricky thing because some of the most some of the most sucker tricks nigga I have met was athletes, cold athletes. So, and we've seen it. We've seen it in pop culture. We've seen it in the professional ranks. Some of the some of the biggest simps as athletes. So, the, and it's with it's I have grace for and I have grace and understanding for their plight. A lot of athletes miss out on a lot of life skills, especially with women. They uh, they miss out on having to work for women or they experience rejection because they never had game, and then are all of a sudden thrust into a position where they got everything handed to them, and they never developed that game. Our athletes are especially susceptible to that. So I give grace to the athletes because man, them athletes be going out like suckers. A lot of them, a lot of them. You can. I'm not saying so. You be some. I know some player ass athletes, player ass athletes, and there's some simpish underworld hood individuals. So you know, and there's a lot of player blue collar men. A lot of player blue collar men. I know I was once one. Um, and I think every man should have, even if you just a nerd. I'm a nerd, but you should have some type of blue collar in you. Um, if you're a working man, I think everybody should have a gig at some point. Do something little, but no, whatever. Anyway, yeah, but a certain corniness is developed. Again, you talking about behavior. He said you start to develop thought patterns and a personality that make you lame. Could be, could be. I mean, that's a stereotype. That could be a stereotype. That could be a stereotype. But I'm no. It's a lot of. I had the experience of having a route when we owned a truck. Me and my partner owned the truck. We had a route going to the capital or in the capital area. So a lot of the official federal buildings in Texas, Austin, and into these, so making deliveries to these federal buildings, official buildings, a lot of big offices. It was interesting. Of course, disproportionately women, um, and of course, mostly by and large, what you would likely classify as less than stellar appearing men, right? Not your choice, not your choice stock of men as far as physicality, and as far as presence. So again, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but there's nothing wrong with having a job in the damn office. I know if I'd have had one of them jobs, maybe they purposely keep certain types of men out of those offices. Because I know if I was in some of those offices, if I was in there at a different time, I'd have been slaying all, every last one of them in them offices. Again, disproportionately women, but they put harmless men in there mostly. But you never know. You might be, but nah, I doubt it. But it's not natural. A man not supposed to be inside and sedentary all day. It's true. He's supposed to explore his environment. It's true. It's true. Man, you should get outside very rarely. Now, I'm not gonna lie, because I've had days. I do have days because I'm a creator. Okay, and I do work from home and I'm on the computer a lot. So I do spend, but I account for that into my schedule. I go with the flow. Because sometimes I'm just again overloading on getting shit done. But best believe I'm looking forward to getting outside. Like even after I get off this mic, I'm gonna hop in my ride and just go for a ride. I don't know where I'm gonna go. It might just be for 20, 30 minutes, make it back to the crib. But I'm gonna get out. Got to. And I already been out today. But anyway. So that's all I want to say, man. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.